What? You know, I had a GoPro and all of the accessories that go with the GoPro and a DSLR. And here I am trying to get my phone on a good angle, sitting on top of a dartboard, leaning backwards against the brick wall so it doesn't fall 6 feet and break. But I did just see that I have bungee cords on my backpack, and maybe I can make that fucking work. Dude, I hate to brag, but that fucking worked perfect. I fucking got a motorcycle, and I got the wrong flag behind it. And all of the guys in my club make sure that I know that. But it's a motorcycle nonetheless. And it's fucking snowing. We've been riding on an almost daily basis to and from work, group rides. I mean, God, just to go to the bank, I've been riding almost a daily basis already for like a month. And I only drove my car to work because I wanted to get breakfast on the way in. I was running late. And then by the time I left, it was snowing. So thankfully, I didn't ride the bike in. But now that I'm off work, I got to do something motorcycle related. So I don't know, let's change the oil, turn a few wrenches, tickle my motorcycle itch for the day. Let's go. So normally these V-Stars have the most inconvenient fuel filter in the world. And you have to take half the bike apart to get to it. But luckily the guy that owned it before me put in one of these conversion kits so that the oil filter's right out in the open. But here it is, man. My second bike. I had a 2000, oh God, what was it? A 2001 Kawasaki Concourse. Thing was sweet, man. That was my first street bike after growing up on dirt bikes. And I bought it thinking I wanted that style of bike. I don't know, man. It really wasn't what I wanted. Like once I got it and I was on it and I spent a year on it, I liked it. It was quick. I don't know. I grew up idolizing all the Harley guys and the cruiser style bikes, so maybe this is a better fit for me. But I'm not making the kind of money I need to be making to be buying Harleys yet. So I got the Japanese version. And here it is, 2005 Yamaha V-Star Silverado. It's got the cool bedazzled bags and bedazzled seat. You know, every tough guy needs to add buttons to shit. I have done a little bit of wrenching on it already. Like I've put in a bright white LED headlight, and this is the other thing I did. I put in a USB charger. This is something that I'm going to have to change because, first of all, it's impossible to fucking get off. And I'd like to get maybe some kind of mount charger combo instead of having them separate. Also, the cable that came with this USB charger runs right underneath this tank. And my original plan was that you put a key in here, this pops off, and it looks like there was probably like a tool bag or something that originally came with the motorcycle, but now it's just an empty cubby. And my original plan was, oh, that'd be cool. Run that cord straight to there, then I can put my key in, pull that out, and have a SAE connector right there for the trickle charger and to unplug the charger when I'm not riding the bike. Unfortunately, the wiring is way too short, and I ended up having to put it directly under the seat to even make it work. And still, it's kind of, like, it's a little tight. You're talking taking more than 10 years off of riding motorcycles, which was dirt bikes, so it's not really the same thing, right? And then the first motorcycle that I ride is this Japanese cruiser that was a 650. It felt like a chunky piece of crap beach cruiser. I'm used to the aggressive sitting and handling stance of a dirt bike, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting on this beach cruiser that's throwing me back at first. So I ended up buying the Concourse, the Kawasaki Concourse. It was much more similar to the dirt bike riding position, but the styling of it didn't change for 16 years. 16 years they used the exact same headlight, fairing. The only thing they changed was the gauges. They updated the gauges, but mine was a 2001. I think they started making them in that style in the 80s. And so anyway, I wasn't happy with the styling of the bike. I felt like it looked really outdated, and I was kind of insecure riding it. You know, it's like you buy a motorcycle, you put all this care into it, you clay bar the thing and ceramic coat it and all this crap, put money into it with parts trying to make it sweet, and then you still got fucking Prince's motorcycle. So anyway, I ended up selling it and moved up to this. Back to the fucking backpack. Alright, first things first, let's warm up the bike. I need to put like a sticker so I know where to look, because I look like a crazy person looking like just off of the camera. Like, I just look a little bit away from the camera and I look like a fucking asshole. Like, oh, hi guys. Okay, first things first, let's warm the bike up so the oil all drains out. Just move that so it doesn't get fucking hot and melt. By the way, fucking Corona pounds are coming off too, bud. Open the garage door, obviously. That works. 3/8 string. Pouring out of this thing right now is making me really concerned. Not a good thing. But it's an old bike. What can I expect? I mean, that's not that bad, right? I'm full of shit. That oil looks pretty good. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is scary. I'm so afraid of fucking up motorcycles. Ooh, same oil filter. It might be a bigger one. I have no idea. Okay. So, here's the problem I have with this conversion kit that I am running into for the first time. This is the oil filter I just pulled off, and it looks like, I don't know any better, but this looks like it's just, the whole thing is the oil filter, right? I thought maybe it was a housing, just looking at it from the outside. But look at this. Fucking bullshit. Alright, new filter. Ran up to the local auto store. Look at this, dude. The old one didn't have that. I was using dogs on the outside of the entire filter, and this one has a nut built right into it. That's fucking sweet. Enough people cry about it, I guess they'll fix it. Alright. What the fuck did I make the oil today? I had oil to do this oil change. I have no idea what the fuck I did with it. I hope that I can find an old funnel so I don't get the new funnel all gross. Well, here's my dilemma. I am hoping I changed my hat. I have a coaching hat. I'm gonna fuck it all up for no reason. Anyway, I want to try to find an old old funnel, so I don't all the particulates and shit that's in my old oil, the wood dust that's always floating around in here, the metal shavings that is in the old oil, and the reason why I'm changing the oil at all is going to be in the old oil. And if I use clean filter or clean funnel to dump it into this 35-year-old antifreeze jug, then I'm risk getting those particulates in the funnel into the new oil filter. Ah, fuck yeah! Who has more than one funnel? Fucking Matt does. Why? For bullshit like this. Stupid. Ooh. Every new filter comes dry. Nothing in it, so they say you can put the filter on, put the recommended amount of oil, run it for a minute to get oil into the filter, and then top it off. If this was a car, I'd probably put some directly into the filter first. But because it's in such a shitty position on the motorcycle, I'm risking getting it all over the place. Maybe I'll put a little bit of oil in there. It'll make me feel better. Yeah, let's put a little bit of oil in it. Then do my best not to spill it everywhere when I put it on. And then we'll top her off and fucking finish up this project. Spill out everywhere when I go to install the filter itself. So it looks like I can hold it pretty much 90 degrees right now. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Alright, let's put this in. If this is the wrong size, I'll be so upset. Yeah, see, look at all this shit. All those particulates that would have gone into my oil. Alright, so I know my motorcycle takes 3.3 quarts of oil. I'm down to 2 from 5, so I'm 3 quarts in. Now the fun part with all of this is that glass right there. I'm gonna have to tip the bike up level, and so I've poured in 3 quarts of oil, and I know that my motorcycle takes 3.3 quarts of oil. So now I need to level up the bike and looking glass to dial in the level. Where's the looking glass at? Should be able to see it. There it is. I mean, it looks like I'm completely full. So since it looks like it's completely full, I'm gonna run the bike for a minute and see if that level comes down a little bit, because right now it should be below full by 1/3 of a quart. So all right, let's see what happens after running it. And always check your cap. Can you see all that particulate in there? It's not particulate, it's fucking dirt from the ground. My stupid ass put it on the ground, fucking important side down. Warming up this oil for the first time is the time to watch for leaks. At the filter, at the drain plug, and obviously anywhere else. Because how often are you under your bike looking for drips? That's that bright LED light I put on there. Man, that thing freaking looks great. Alright, let's turn this light on. Get the bike tipped up level. I by the way, what I mean is your bikes lay down on their kickstand, right? You got to tip it up level to see if that oil now you can see that that glass looked bone dry now that we ran the motorcycle. That's because the oil pressure built up when the bike warmed up, and that's going through the filter now. So alright, same thing, start the bike, let it run for a minute, neutral indicator. Now I already know that this bike is warmed up, it's already warm, right? But the oil that I put in it is not. So I'm gonna run it for a minute, let that oil cycle through, and then we're gonna tip the bike back up. And it's only gonna take a second. We're gonna tip the bike up, turn this light on again, and we'll see what the oil, the looking glass is showing us now. It's a little dry. So we're up. So in that last clip, you could see when I tipped the bike up, the glass was completely black, right? And then we tipped the bike up from leaning to level or plumb. The oil level shows what it actually is at, not what it's at when it's laying down. So we're gonna keep adding oil until when we tip that bike up, we're gonna be right in the middle of those two lines. I added more oil to the ground than I did to the bike on that one, like a fucking idiot. And but let's see what happens. Same thing. That looking glass is completely black. Let's tip the bike up level. All right. That looks just about perfect. Yeah, so on these Japanese bikes, they normally have a pretty good compression rate. I don't know the compression on this particular bike, but I know that my Kawasaki Concourse was 10.6 to 1. So in that case, you actually want to run your oil on the low side of halfway. Like the two lines on the looking glass that are in the metal, that's kind of your acceptable range, and you want to be like the low side of halfway full. Right? It's actually better to be low than completely full on these bikes. So other than spilling oil absolutely fucking everywhere after not a drop. You know what? No, I'm lying. I left that drain plug nut out when I went to AutoZone and spilled oil everywhere. So I'm just fucking killing it today. This pristine floor has never seen a drop of oil. I just can't believe that I would be so careless as to spill a drop of oil, and by a drop I mean a fucking puddle, all over my floor. Also, who uses dogs for oil filter removal? By the way, this is what you get when you leave your channel locks. Pipe fitters call them dogs. I don't know why. When you leave your channel locks out, your degenerate coworkers do this to your tools. This is gonna be my go-to spot for this fucking phone from strapped into this backpack. This is sweet. Alright, time to clean up. Cleaning montage!
Did what I had to do and this is enough for me. Never meant to be a winner, never meant to be a quitter, but this is how I lose satisfaction. Chip thrills, chip tricks.